Hey guys, my name's Haley. This is my first video ever. I hope you guys will give me some slack. But it's a topic I feel really confident about. Kind of controversial. Left a disclaimer in the beginning so you know what you're getting into, because I'm not dealing with all the comments. So, this is about feminism, and I guess I'm against it. It had good causes in the beginning, and before I really get into this, if you don't think I don't know what I'm talking about, I have done a fucking 12-page research paper on why I think feminism has backfired. I needed note cards. I needed quotes. I needed supporting evidence. So before you run your little fucking mouths all over this fucking video, think about that. So the reason why I did this video first is, one, because I love to rant about it, and two, this will be a make or break for subscribers if I get any. Because you'll see me kind of ranting about it a lot, so it's gonna pop up, and I don't want any subscribers that don't really like what I have to talk about. So yeah, I'm basically gonna go off of this video from a little PowerPoint presentation I had to condense for that research paper. And one of the topics was how men have gotten stereotypes from feminism. And everybody knows this, everybody sees it. In some cases, people think, or radical feminists think they're pigs, sexists, bastards. Think about it in how media views men and portrays them half the time. I believe feminism has turned equality for all into wanting others to believe that women are superior, and if men disagree, they would be seen as sexist pigs. Because think about it. If a woman asks a man if women should kind of have those higher privileges that some people want, or just anything in general where women want to feel any superior privileges or anything to make them feel, I guess, higher to men, or in a way where they feel equal, but really it's kind of special treatment. I kind of went into that too much where it doesn't make sense, but basically, what I'm trying to get to, if a man doesn't like feminism, he is instantly branded as a woman hater, any title you can think of, instantly branded, because he is against a movement. So, there's that. If a guy basically says one wrong thing, it's a swarm of feminists attacking them when they really meant no harm. Like, a little comment can be seen as misogynist. And I just don't think that's right. But mostly about this, I'm ranting from a radical feminist viewpoint. And again, in some cases that's not right, but I'm not trying to generalize. With the average feminist who thinks they're trying to uphold equality in a way where they also see the viewpoints of men and try to not oppress them, and kind of know what's right from wrong in the social standards, even though social standards suck and they're terrible, we kind of have to deal with it. So that average feminist, I have no problem with you. But radical feminists, this is a thing I did research on, and what I'm about to explain, it's real. And unfortunately for all the good feminists out there, girls or men, I guess, like this, give you guys a really bad name, and I kind of feel bad for you guys for that. But a thing radical feminists like to say is they have created a stereotype that women are more calm and friendly, approachable, nicer, and less prone to violence, while men are more methodical and war-hungry. Exact quote from a research I had to do. So, actual word for word, and they believe, radical feminists, that there's something fundamentally wrong with males that make them inclined towards violence and have them derive psychological fulfillment out of dominating others. Think about your average man. Think about your boyfriend, any partner you've had, if you're a girl or a guy. But think about best friend, any guy in your life. Does that really fit their description? Because from my viewpoint, that doesn't really fit my boyfriend's description at all, or my friends. I guess when we talk about wanting to murder people on rage rants, that fits, kinda. But on a psychological fulfillment scale, no. I'm seeing a lot more bitchy girls than guys. Just saying. So, since it was a presentation, I had to use a lot of visuals. And I'm not going to put them up here, but I'm just going to give a few quotes because it really gets the message across. One of the quotes are, "I can slap you in the face because I'm upset, but you slap me in the face, you're a woman beater." Personally, if I hit, slap, in any way attack a guy, I know what I'm getting into. And he can fully hit, slap, whatever me back. I have punched guys so many times jokingly, and even though it's just jokingly, they hit me back. And I was okay with that. I've hit a guy seriously, and I guess I was lucky that he didn't hit me back, but it's because I had a fucking reason to hit him. So it was understandable, you know? But the minute a guy lays a hand on a girl, he's abusive. Which, abuse is bad. Shouldn't lay a hand on someone unless, you know, you're getting kinky in the bedroom or something. But, just, double-edged sword, I guess. And that's not right. I hate double standards. You know, if a guy can force a girl into anything, or slap her, or any form of even rape or sexual abuse to a girl can do the same thing to a guy. Not willingly and consensual, but it should be noted that girls can also rape, abuse, and take advantage of men or other women. Discrimination against women is wrong. Can restart that. Discrimination against women is wrong. Discrimination against men is equal opportunity. This goes back to how I guess women were oppressed, so some women think it's making it even and equal to talk shit down on men. Well, men can't do the same thing because of the history of both genders or in the social norms that you just can't. And you will get attacked by a swarm of angry feminists if you try to mimic anything cruel a girl does to a guy. Just not elaborating more. Think about that. Okay. Another point I made that I feel a lot of people overlook is feminism has caused stereotypes for women. And that's kind of, I don't know how to put it, but it kind of fucks you over for the whole movement of feminism. I mean, you're trying to do good for your gender, that's fucking great, but you're kind of hurting yourselves, you know? Because a point I made is feminism can be misleading for the average woman. And again, more research. There was a woman who ran a blog that I used sources from. Her name is Kay Ebling. And she described how feminism gave her false security to be an empowered woman. She was a mother leading an average family, married and stuff, but she takes her child and believes she can make it on her own because that's what feminism told her to do, or what she can do. And because she's an empowered woman, she can do what she wants, you know, as long as if she toughs it out, she can do it, because feminism said women are empowered. And women should feel empowered, but within the right circumstances of a leveled head. But after she did that, she left her average, you know, wonderful family and her kid, so now she's an only mother. Instead she struggles with income and actually makes a reference of becomes an expert at cornmeal recipes. Basically, she left a pretty good family, and she realized it was a good family, but she left because she thought she was an empowered woman, while instead she was struggling economically and having to do all this stuff for her kid when she was fine on her own. Now, granted, like, pretty good for her if she can make it on a single woman, or single mom. But, you know, you, I don't even know how to put it into words. I'm not trying to stumble and sound stupid, but you can be an empowered woman just with the right concept and perception of your life. So that doesn't happen. And, some people, they're not really as empowered as they think. And I feel like feminism has just created a blanket of women being able to think they can do anything. Men can't do everything, so we fucking can't do everything either. Double standards. Um, Another point is it's kind of old-fashioned, but oops, looking stupid. It changes the expectation for a modern woman. You should always challenge yourself and strive for that big achievement and goal and dream in life. But now it's basically expected for a woman to compete with a man on a high-level business job, as if the genders are the same. And that kind of leads into the workforce for stay-at-home moms. For women or men, yeah, okay. I like what I'm doing here. For women or for men, just pretend you have a vagina for a second, just for the sake of this topic. Would you go back out into the workforce because you are now a liberated woman and you can hand your child to a stranger because you're a liberated woman and should be able to go back into the workforce just fine? Or do you become a stay-at-home mom? Some women believe that you should not become a stay-at-home mom because feminism has been You should not become a stay-at-home mom because feminism has been fighting for otherwise, being a liberating, empowered woman, or going against that would smother basically everything you've accomplished. But, so, you just had birth, kind of thing, you have a new kid, would you want to go immediately back out into the workforce, and because you're a liberating, empowered woman, and hand your kid off to a stranger, or would you want to see that kid grow up and be there for all its little moments? I understand if you're a stay-at-home mom, the circumstances are completely different. If you're in a living situation where you absolutely need another caretaker aside from yourself to bring in the income for the household, this does not apply to you or anyone that you may know. I'm just talking about a nice income household where the spouse can be the provider for those years that mom would be able to stay at home and take care of their kid. I'm getting into a little Twitter rant here. I have an issue with the hashtag #BanBossy. A fucking lot. Basically, for anyone who doesn't know, the movement is to ban the word bossy. Why? Because it's detrimental and an offensive word to women or girls who are trying to take a stand or be in the same leadership role as men. I believe this is bullshit. Because, think of this. Would a woman make a good leader and role model and any form of being, like, a supreme role in something? Would she be good at her job if she can't handle a fucking word? If she cannot handle the word bossy without it being detrimental to her work and her confidence? And would she even be good? I mean, guys get called fucking everything sometimes. They get talked behind their backs because of the coworkers. I mean, in that position, regardless, where you're gonna have authority over others, you're gonna get shit on. But because you're a girl, or if anyone's a girl, they can get called bossy. Usually guys don't. I haven't seen it happen, but I'm sure it has. But it's usually for girls. But if you can let that one word determine how well you're going to do in that position, I believe you shouldn't be there in the first place. Because just, you cannot properly lead a group if you're that easily knocked down. You need to faithfully stand in what you believe in and not care because you know you're doing it for a better reason than just being bossy. So, and then, this is my last main rant. I thought this would be a lot longer, but okay. This is really controversial, and I'll probably come off kind of stupid and ramble a little bit and try to explain myself in ways that will make it even worse. So, a heads up for that, but I hope I got my message across to where I don't look like an ignorant little fucker. I can't stand this whole raging battle for, like, expression of clothing. Because I believe you dress appropriately for the situation. And this is going to sound old-fashioned, and sometimes I believe it, sometimes I don't, but school is where you're building your life. It is the foundation of your career, your expectations, everything. It sucks because that's not how it should be. 4 years of your life should not determine the next fucking 60 years. But it does, and we have to move on with that to better our lives. It sucks, but sucks to suck. So considering school is where you fucking build your entire life, why would you dress in a miniskirt and a crop top? I understand freedom of expression in clothing, but if I was a teacher, I would not respect a student if they treated the school like that. If they just walked in, because that would tell me they have no respect. And my respect could change if they are showing initiative and that they actually care about their life. I would kind of put the clothing thing aside, but it all comes to first appearance. And again, that sucks, shouldn't happen, but it's what we have to deal with because everybody does it. And to change something, you have to change a social norm, and that's fucking difficult. So we have to deal with it. You can wear, like, look, obviously, people have dyed their hair a lot, and I've seen some people with my hair dyed like this. So I'm not saying be a fucking Barbie doll. Just, you can wear chains, whatever you want. I mean, I know some people kind of break the dress code, but it's in little ways that doesn't affect their lives. I get the drive to find a partner or get a good lay or whatever, but why would you dress like that just out in public at a school? Why would you expose your body, your fucking temple, to show off confidence? You can show off confidence in so many ways. Why would you have your ass hanging out of your shorts and like showing off your belly button ring or something without lifting your shirt, just in broad public, all the piercings you have, your nice little fucking double D's showing off? It's great that you have confidence. I'm fucking proud of you if you do, because it's difficult to have confidence. But your body is your temple. There are so many other ways to show confidence. Why would you do it in a way where instead guys just stare at you? I guess for some girls it can work, and I don't know. I still respect you if you think like that. Obviously, my respect doesn't mean much, but I'm just saying it. But that wouldn't make me feel confident if a guy was, like, staring at me and basically undressing me with his eyes because I'm wearing provocative clothing. So instead of having them stare at you or at your body, like, and go for the aesthetics of yourself, fucking talk to them. I mean, like, again, if you want someone to find you attractive, instead of having them fall for you for your body, talk to them. It's a lot more real to have someone fall for how you are instead of what you look like. So, I mean, I have no problem for girls that dress like that outside of school, because you know what? That's the real world. It's whatever. Just, it'll happen. You're not doing anything. You're just hanging out. You're doing basically nothing. But in school there's a purpose, and I believe you should dress appropriately. Because you would not wear provocative clothing unless you're at a fucking porno site at like a conference meeting or something. You dress for the situation, and I feel like a lot of people overlook that. Yes, it's your right, your body. I should feel confident doing this. Feminism told me I can. But no. There's not much more I can say to it without rambling and sounding stupid, but I think I got my point across. So, call me old-fashioned, but you dress for the situation. What have we learned today? Haley hates feminism. At least the shitty kind that's not fighting for what it was. If it's not fighting for its original intent, I hate it. I will respect the average feminist, and hopefully they respect my views. And I'll respect what they have to say as long as they respect what I have to say. One of my best friends is a feminist. We don't really, like, talk about it because we'd probably get into a little fight, but she respects me, I respect her. We're still on the best of terms. So, just when it comes to feminism and anything involving it that could have changed our society at all, just have common sense. That's all I have to say. And really evaluate the social norms, and if you're doing good to it, or if you're just kind of making it worse and let everyone have a free-for-all and not really respecting themselves or their surroundings. I'm going to stop ranting before I sound really stupid. I really hope you guys like this. This is my first video. If you haven't read my description yet, I'll be talking about feminism, if I have a rant I want to do, if I had a really shitty day, eating disorders, mental illness, self-harm. So, kind of controversial stuff, but also relatable. So with that, I'm not a pretty bad person. I mean, I guess I'm decent. So I think that should be enough to at least like, subscribe, give me some views. I'd appreciate it. Bye, guys.